welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Marina. I am a certified lash tech based in Toronto, Canada, and I like making lash extension videos. Everything that I'm sharing with you guys is completely subjective to how I like to do lashes, so in no way, shape, or form am I saying that this is the only way to do lash extensions. And I always encourage everyone to have different avenues of learning from different creators and different avenues so that you guys can kind of discover what works for you. So getting into this set today, we are going to be doing a classic wet lash look, but it's in cat eye. The only unique part of this is that we are going to be using a curl that is not really common, which is the Jcurl. And then at the outer eye, because it is cat eye, we're going to taper it off with an L curl to kind of give that nice flick at the end. So Jcurl is not used often because it is an extremely natural look. It basically looks like you're not having eyelash extensions at all unless you go very long. Jcurl is great for those who just want to look like they're wearing a little bit of mascara, or they just want a little bit of emphasis on their eyes in the most subtle way possible. Now, what's unique about this client is that she actually has a little bit of a lift on her eyelid. So when you see the end result, you will notice that her eyelids are differently shaped. And because of this, she likes to do Jcurl because it's not as curly. So it masks that little lift that she has on her one eyelid, and then the other eyelid is just differently shaped as well. So something you will notice is that it doesn't look as organized and clean when it is the final look because of the way her lids are shaped. I tried to make it as organized and as uniform as possible, but it was a little bit challenging because I've never had a client with this type of eye shape before. But it ended up being really natural looking and still looking pretty good, and also really natural and elegant. She even said at the very end of her appointment that it did still look a little bit too much for her, which was pretty shocking to me because in my opinion, I thought it looked very natural. Like barely I could even tell when she stood up afterwards. But again, this is why people who like super natural will go for a curl like this. Jcurl basically looks like one less curl than the C curl, and I believe B curl is even less curly. It kind of has a very natural lift to it, and the reason I used L curl is because I do believe if I used C curl, it wouldn't give that much of that cat eye effect that she wanted. She basically wanted it to look a little bit like eyeliner, so I think that the L curl at the end really emphasizes that feline flick, and because of that, it turned out to look really lifting at the very ends of her eyes. So it looked really kind of like how my trainer taught me, is that it looks like Botox without having to get the filler. It just lifts up your eyes and really gives it a nice look for the entire face shape. So this client really liked the fact that it did look natural, yet a little bit of emphasis and drama at the end of her eyes, which kind of, you know, allows her to still look like she's wearing some type of makeup without going full fluffy or full like volume. And in some of these sets, I like to mix up the spikes and fans to just kind of create a darker lash line. So her eyelashes were also a little bit sparse, and due to that, I added some fans in to kind of fill in those spaces, but still added spikes at the same time, because that allows some darkness and some depth. And if she was taking some pictures, I feel like it would have been more noticeable. She was going away on vacation as well, which is why I decided to go a little darker. And I did mention this to her before the appointment because she did warn me that she is very natural and she doesn't like anything that shows too much. So just being communicative with her was how I was able to add in those fans and kind of give her more of a darker look. Naturally, she says that she likes it even more natural, which is crazy to me because to me it was already, but you could always get Jcurl classic lashes. They are kind of hard to find, but I've had these Jcurls for a while now, and she even said herself that she's been looking for a lash artist that has Jcurl, and every lash artist that she kind of reached out to said that they didn't have it. So what I would recommend is always maybe, you know, have a few of these unique curls just laying around in your inventory, because you don't know if someone will want it, or maybe if you wanted to add it into your lashing, I guess, styles. So, you know, some people really focus on volume, some people do mega volume, some people do wet lash, and some people just, like me, offer any type of look. And as much as I do sometimes want to just focus on one look, I think it's great to be inclusive of all these kind of curls and all these kind of looks, because then you have more options for people, and it also allows you to show your own skill of understanding curls and just being more open to the idea that not everybody is going to want the same thing. And this also allows you to have like a broad range of looks that you can offer your clients as well. But again, niching down is really good as well, because it allows you to brand and stay focused on a certain look. You know, I find that there's a lot of lash artists there that focus on like the strip lash look, which is really cool to me because they can really master that one look. So it's totally up to you what you guys want to do. I mean, you don't need to have a J curl, and heck, sometimes even having L curls. I don't have a lot of L curl clients, but it is quite popular in terms of doing a super short L curl look, which looks basically like eyeliner that has like a cat eye flick. I have a few videos in my older videos that are all in M and L curl, and it looks pretty cool. It looks really unique. The only thing about L curl that I do find some people mention to me is that the curl is so angular that from the side it looks kind of funny, because it's not like a natural curl. It's like a 90 or a 45-degree angle that kind of like sharpens out on the edge. So just make sure that you let your clients know what they're, you know, getting if they've never tried those types of curls before, because it's not for everybody for sure, but some girls absolutely love it. And then in terms of this client using the J curl with her eyelid, it was actually very interesting to kind of talk to her about it, because she mentioned that her eyelid went up a little bit. And I was kind of nervous because I do really try to focus on symmetry when I'm trying to give like a normal eyelash look, not anything like textured. Textured is more freehand. I can be less, I guess, focused on symmetry because it allows me to be more free and creative. But when someone's asking for just like a normal like cat eye, doll eye, whatever look, and it's not textured and it's just clean lines, I really try to focus on the symmetry. But I did find it very challenging to have symmetry with this client because of her eyelid shape. But she understood that, and you know, we talked about it a lot before she even came into her appointment. So that's why having consultations beforehand is extremely important, because you want to make sure that you're catering your set to the client and kind of communicating what can go wrong or what can happen if we do a set that she wants. And she already knew, though. She has eyelash extensions before, and she said that it's just natural, like her eyelids are just naturally shaped like this. So in the end, she ended up really liking it, so that's all that matters to me. Something else that I also wanted to touch upon is making sure that the directional placement for the L curls are on point. Because L curls are very angular, you need to make sure that they are going and facing a certain way so that they don't look too messy. Because of L curl, you want it to be clean with that nice flick. So make sure that your lashes are drying facing outwards, because if your L curl is facing too much inwards or facing directly up, it can kind of take away from that effect that you are trying to achieve. So just make sure that you are making sure the environment you're working in is up to par in terms of temperature, humidity, and all that jazz. Like, you guys know every glue is different, and so just make sure you read the packaging on what works. But directional placement is super important. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate everybody tuning in every week. If you found this video helpful in any way, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment down below, and I will try my best to cater to you guys and make videos that you guys want. Thank you guys so much. I post every Sunday around 6:15, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.